Okay. Well, yeah, I'm guessing most people. Cool. Well, let's just do it. Anyway, so I'm stranded at a coffee shop because my car is in is in the shop and I'm running out of the battery and obviously all the text messages are all getting want this. So hey, Alex, welcome. So I thought anyway, let's just do a basic mindfulness practice. And the one that I was thinking for today is um, I'm in a really noisy place right now. I'm at a coffee shop, uh, and yeah, lots of like, there's music and people two tables down. And actually, already beer's been flowing all morning long. And I was just thinking, it's such a perfect metaphor for like I just don't have control over it, right? So the noise is just happening outside of me, and so the same thing happens, I think, with our thoughts. Um, and we don't control those either. They just happen, and yet oftentimes we take so much ownership of what we're thinking and take it really personally. So anyway, Mark Twain said, "I lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened." So I think just speaking to this idea of the constant churning of the mind, and it actually, I've done the math on this. Our mind, depending on how much sleep we're assuming we're getting, our and the number of hours that we're awake, we have like 30 to 50,000 or sometimes even more thoughts per day. And if you really pay attention, like none of us are actually choosing any of these thoughts, right? We're not authors from one moment to the next of, oh, great, now I'm going to think this, and then I'm going to think that. It just happens to us very much like all these noises around you with traffic, and it's all just happening. And so there's something very liberating about being able to notice that and take a step back and just say, okay, let me just relax into or find some equanimity in the midst of this stuff that's happening and see if I can sort of just be with it for a short period of time. I thought maybe we could do that today. So quick reminder, what is mindfulness? It's just paying attention on purpose to whatever is happening in the present moment without judgment. So I'm suggesting that today we try to focus on really paying attention to the thoughts that are passing through the mind and get really curious about where did that thought just come from. Hopefully really getting in direct contact with the fact that thoughts just appear out of nowhere. They hang out for a bit. And if we just keep watching them and watching them, at some point they'll dissipate and they'll usually get replaced by other thoughts. And this is going on all day long. And again, like none of us are the authors of those thoughts. They are happening to us much more so than we are actually making them happen. So let's just see if we can hang with that and see what happens. So if it's noisy in the background, just think of it as like that's sort of the metaphor of the mind and a lack of control over it. Let's close our eyes. And as soon as I close my eyes, I have this natural impulse to take a deep breath. Maybe let's take a couple breaths together. So in through the nose, up through the mouth, relaxing the shoulders, the belly, in through the nose, through the mouth, and then just let the body breathe on its own. And I don't know to whatever extent you can hear the noises in my background. And I'm trying to shift my relationship to these noises from it being distracting or irritating or not what I want, and rather moving towards they're just happening. And I get to simply be with them and lose the judgment about them being good or bad. We can obviously do the same with the noises and other sensations in your environment. And notice how much, I should say, how little control we have over these noises. Like we don't ever get confused about noise. where we think that we are the authors, or that we are the creators of those noises. Very clear that they're out there, and I'm over here experiencing the noises. And see if you can take a similar stance with thoughts. The thoughts are just happening. We don't control them. They're just something that we can bear witness to and observe. And if you can really slow things down, you'll notice that it's always a sequential process. It's literally one thought replaced by another one, replaced by another one. So see if you can observe that happening. When you notice a thought, focus your attention on it and just watch it. Lifespan of thoughts are usually pretty short, and then they'll get replaced by another one. And if you can begin to see some of these events, these thoughts in isolation, it's pretty interesting to ask yourself the question, like, where did that come from? And why that one? And why now? And you realize pretty quickly that they're literally just like the sounds. I have no idea why this truck sound versus that person laughing. It's just happening. I'll never be able to figure out why that happened in that way. And so I can just relax into just being with it all. And just also maintaining awareness of breath while these thoughts are coming and going, the sounds are coming and going, breath is happening. There's something very solid and infinite about the part of us that is able to bear witness to all of it. Just consciousness, pure awareness. And in my experience, it's pretty normal that, we might have these glimpses of, oh yeah, there's pure consciousness and observing the thoughts or the sounds or the breath. And then at some point our mind gets wrapped up in the content. And then we go down this rabbit hole and we lose contact with just the observer part. And that's totally normal. But when you notice that happening, and just gently take a step back, say, "Oh, right, my job right now is not to get distracted by the content. I'm just going to try to watch, and just hang back." And it's, of course, much easier said than done. But it's just something we can practice. And the more we do it, the easier it gets. So go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a deep inhale. Long exhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes. Come on back. Um, okay, I hope this experiment worked in the sense that I'm sort of trying to use my environment and my firsthand experience of sort of feeling flustered by, like, oh gosh, I got to find a quiet place to do 15 minutes. But the truth is, I guess I don't, and we can always find something in the experience to learn from. So I hope that worked and it was useful. Uh, we'll try to get the tech stuff figured out and hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. Take care, you guys. Have a good day.